don't be extra. Welcome to Classroomology 101. I'm your resident veteran teacher, Kate, and I feel like I'm a little bit close, so that was the chair. It was not me. Okay, you guys, so I am your resident veteran teacher, Kate, and if you don't know me, I have been teaching now for 14 years, so I'm somewhat of a veteran teacher, and I've been doing this a long time, and so I really love to offer advice and tips and tricks, especially to new teachers, because let's be real, this is one of the hardest professions that you're going to go into, and it's hard on a good day, you know, and so I've learned some things that I love to share with others, and so I hope that you'll think about subscribing, and if you are subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification bell, because then you'll never miss anything from me. And anyway, so we started this alphabetical advice journey a while ago, and we've worked our way all the way up to letter X. So, why am I so far away? Now I'm too far away. So for the letter X, I picked the word extra. All right, you guys, I know. Extra doesn't start with an X. I get it. But I mean, we don't have a lot of options here. There was Xerox, right? But I didn't have a lot to say about it. So we're going to roll with extra. It's just what we're going to do. So you're probably already knowing which direction I'm going to go. And yes, we are going to start by talking about extra credit. And oftentimes, you know, I don't really feel like this is an issue in my classroom. And I think because I teach third grade that a lot of students, you know, it's not kind of something that they're ingrained to ask for. I think as students increase and head into, you know, middle school and high school, that this is a common practice, right? And a lot of times students are behind, and this is why they'll ask for extra credit for whatever the reason. And I really don't know how high school teachers feel about it, or if they allow it, or what, you know. And the same with middle school. I really can't speak to that. If you are a middle school or high school teacher, leave me a comment down below about what you think about extra credit. But as far as in third grade goes, when my students have a project to do or something like this, and they ask me, oh, can I do this extra writing piece, or can I do this extra research component, or can I do this extra technology piece? I always say to them, of course you can. You should always deliver more than what is asked of you. 100% you can. I think it sets them up amazingly to be stronger students with good work ethic, and it's going to set them up for success as they continue on into the higher grades, even on into college and even on into their working life. But I make it very clear that if they want to do an extra piece and they want me to help them to be successful, or they just want to do the extra piece on their own, that they are doing it for themselves. They are not doing it for anything other than the fact that they're going to become a better student. I do not give extra credit. I don't do it. And I think that a lot of times our society, we are so used to doing things so that we get something in return. And this is definitely something I do not care to feed into at all. The students are given assignments. That's what they need to do. If they want to go above and beyond and do extra, great. But that is just for them. It is not for them to get something in return. And my students really, when I lay it on the table like that for them, they really get it. It makes sense to them. And they're so motivated anyway at 8 years old. They're really motivated to do well, and they love school typically. And so they love given those opportunities to really shine, and they take it and they run with it. And so, and I don't know if every school's like that, but that's kind of the way that I facilitate my classroom, and it works really well. And I have students who do extra all the time, and they're happy just to have done the extra, knowing that it makes them a better student. Now, we're going to talk about being extra. Now, I actually have to pull up the Urban Dictionary because I want to remember what it said. Okay, so the kids all talk about being extra, right? And so it talks about being so extra. And it says when one tends to show off in need of desperate attention seeking, doing too much, being pretentious, putting on a show. And like, I know we all know teachers who are extra. Like, and you know, I personally, it's not how I roll. I think putting on a show for your students and making things interesting for them, for sure. Like, we should all be doing that, right? But being pretentious and what were the other choices? Being pretentious and showing off, desperate attention. What was it? In need of desperate attention seeking behavior. Those things are actually not going to do you well as a teacher. You are working as a team. No one person on the team is more important than another person on the team, whether that be somebody who does after school care, to somebody who is a custodian, to a teacher, to a principal, to parents, to anybody in that community. We are all working together, and it is not about you being extra. I don't know if I have anything else I want to say about it. Don't be extra. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to hit that little bell, subscribe it up, and of course, please share. We are up to the letter Y. Why? Oh my God. I'm actually going to film this next because I really want to get these 3 done. And if you are not following me already on Instagram, I'm starting to hit on the gram. Follow me there. I have Twitter. I've got all my socials linked. And yeah, you guys, I'm excited for why, and I hope extra was somewhat helpful to you. And from my heart to yours. Bye.